is the lower bracket final of the W3Champions Season 8. We got 2 more series for you, everybody. Both are going to be best of 5. Foggy is in the grand final without dropping a map. We have to stress this because it's that damn crazy. It's probably the strongest Foggy that we've ever seen, man. The happiest of the tournament, and this guy turns it up not to 11, but to 12. And now we will see who his opponent is gonna be. 2 Koreans duking it out. It is Moon versus FoCuS, and we just cracked the $6,800. That is $2,000 more than Season 7. Incredible.
And that means Foggy also has 1,100 winnings guaranteed getting the second place now, which is pretty sick. And if he gets the first place, of course, that bumps up almost another 500. So quite a big cash prize for all these players, but Foggy's going to be quite happy already.
But he wants to claim this whole thing, that's for sure. Moon, he wanted to win 2 tournaments in just 1 week with AWL and the W3Champions finals, but that is on the line now. He is facing FoCuS, a very, very good player in this matchup, but Moon is the dominant force. He's wrecking orcs left, right, and center. But if there's one orc that can beat him, it certainly is FoCuS. So can he do it now? Can he repeat his grand final appearance? Because he was there already in Season 7. 2 Koreans. Let's go.
All right. Concealed Hill. And this is a map that Remo Demo was saying earlier, you can always straight harass on as the orc, and that's something FoCuS has been doing throughout this tournament against Night Elf. But he doesn't go for the shop. So that means he's going to creep at least the orange to start, and if he's actually going for a 17 supply shop after the barracks, which means he'll creep the whole orange camp. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he'll creep the whole orange camp. Interesting, unless he's going to just not get items and go across the map.
Where's the shop?
Yeah, he's not building it. Is he just going to straight harass without items?
He's just going to do an LR impression. Yeah, just run across, get the circlet pressure. Maybe. I love the super aggressive play.
Yeah.
By the way, Carson, genius as you are, I wanna have a prediction from you.
Okay.
And the prediction is, how many mirror images are we gonna see here on map 1? How many times cast it? Yeah.
Let's say, I'm gonna say 3 times in total. Let's say 3 times.
Okay, so it shouldn't be that long of a game then. All right,
it's gonna be about 13 minutes long. 13 minutes long. He needs to get blade level 3 for it though.
Moon seems to have the perfect opening against this Blade Master harass. He got the big turtle already. The Blade Master runs into nowhere. The grunt, he's in a weird spot. I don't know what he was looking for. And the Keeper gets level 2 off the bat, picks up the 2 items, and it's pretty bad items, but he still gets them, and he gets that level 2, and that is a bit of a whiffed early game. FoCuS kind of gambling with the opening. Moon perfectly adjusting to it, and has not a good start for the Greenskins.
Yeah, and to answer your question that we were talking about during the break, we were discussing whether or not if FoCuS were to run straight across the map and Moon did the creep out that he just did, where he creeps the green camp and the orange simultaneously, if he runs straight across the map, could he get a last hit? And in this case, he actually could have got the ogre and the item if he didn't go for that circlet or go into the base. Even if he got the circlet, he still had the timing to steal the last hit. But he doesn't get anything, and a really early hidden AP. This is about as early as you could build an AP from Moon.
Yeah, this was honestly kind of rolling the dice. Like, if the Blade Master had gone to the orange, yeah, he could have stolen something there, but normally Night Elves creep that first, so you would be wasting your time. You would be too late, so normally you go to the green. So it's sort of mind games coming in there as well, and Moon here absolutely coming out on top in the early game. Against Foggy, it was rough, but now the AP is finishing, as we have seen so many times before. Oh, the Entangle is in range. The grunt is going down, and bro, this might be game 1 in the books here pretty soon.
Yeah, we might not get that level 3 Blade Master. I would be surprised to not see an expansion come up very, very soon. As soon as Moon maybe can afford it, he could probably build that. And as AP, how do you deal with it, right? A grunt's already gone down. Normally, you pretty much have to find it when it's, maybe 60%, 70% at max constructed. If not, you kind of have to sit in your base until your Shadowhunter's out, and then you slowly but surely break through. Still surprised, though, to see Moon not put up an X, but he's pulling another Wisp. Is he just going to try to hold like Laliat did on last Refuge the other day?
Dude, I just got so confused a moment ago. I was hearing multiple sounds of grunts, and then I realized, oh my god, the clean feed is still running. I was
oh yeah,
tripping balls over here, but now we're on track again. Shadowhunter gonna come out. How much more damage can Moon do here? How much more time can he buy the burrow? If he commits to it, might be falling. That could be pretty damn problematic for FoCuS if it isn't already.
Yeah, pretty sick attempt at canceling the Spirit Lodge as well. Like this sort of position, the last thing you want is to also have your tier 2 be canceled, but FoCuS will defend that quite well. And yeah, Moon's gonna hit tier 2 in about maybe 30 seconds or so. The Shadowhunter's now out. I'm really wondering what Moon's follow-up is, because it's not going to be an expansion. Is he really just waiting for his Alchemist, and he wants to continue this pressure? It could work, but he's going to need more than the 1 AP, most likely.
Shadowhunter not revealing his skills yet, especially with the Keeper being half HP. It's very tempting here to go for Hex. Hex speed scroll to click down that Keeper, force him away. That Hex is gonna come as a bit of a detriment later on, but right now it could be great. But look at the positioning as well. The Huntress is blocking the approach towards the Keeper. The AP will finally be going down, but it's another Grunt perhaps falling as the skill is revealed. Heal Wave might save the Grunt, has to save a Grunt, but can't.
Yeah, 2 Grunts and no Huntresses have fallen, and so that trade pretty much was an AP for 2 Grunts and a ton of lumber. FoCuS at 8 lumber. That means a counter expansion, if he does need one, is not going to be too easy, and also upgrades. Okay, 1 Huntress might fall if it's not pathed perfectly, but of course it will be from Moon.
Oh my god.
Round the corner, as Athene once said, and that Huntress will get away.
I would love to be aware of that meme around the corner. I feel like I'm missing something because I do not know that one. Lives in Germany, by the way, in a complex and has some pretty weird stuff going on nowadays.
Yeah, very weird. Very weird. I am well aware. Yeah, Round the Corner is a reference to pillaring in World of Warcraft PvP. You get out of line of sight so your opponent cannot cast spells, which is something you can kind of do in Warcraft, but not as easily.
We've seen some pretty sick Blade Master saves with that in the past. Another thing that can save a Blade Master is Mirror Image. And Carson, I gotta say, man, we're not close to that, but we're also not close to an expansion. Where's that tree for Moon? Does he need it? Maybe not. Looking for more kills coming in once again, but good retreat by FoCuS, losing nothing here this time.
Yeah, I feel like Moon could have easily gotten expansion up without it being canceled. Oh, Shadowhunter, that was kind of the issue in the previous games earlier that almost lost FoCuS the series, but for now, he'll save it. The Acid Bomb, the next one, could almost tick down. All the Shamans out of position. Moon might lose a couple of Huntresses, but if he's killing Shamans for them, it's well worth it. But they really, honestly, a 1-for-1 trade, is that what Moon wants? Because what is he buying time for?
Blade Master across the map, very unusual, taking out the Ancient of War. This would actually be a big deal if he gets it, but with Repair, perhaps not so likely. And the Master of the Blade is dearly missed in this defense. Damage is lacking, but perhaps it's enough to take out the Alchemist. Purge, right clicks, TP, transfer. Blade Master, his time to shine right now. Windwalk, trying to get the kill. Can't get it, though.
Yeah, difficult to do that, and Moon, well aware of what's going on, has the dust ready, an armor upgrade coming, and yeah, this is just a one-base Huntress play from Moon, just hyper-aggressive, which he's gotten a lot of kills from. It was been 3 Grunts, a couple of Shamans so far, almost a Shadowhunter kill. Importantly, also the Shadowhunter's on level 1. And now he's got the Wisp here at his expansion. He's going to creep it. Is he really just going to play super aggressive and then just go for almost like an old-school expansion attempt? Kind of weird.
L2 for the Alchemist. Yeah, it's definitely a strange game. The normal timings are completely thrown off. It's a bit of it's not exactly uncharted waters, but you know, it's not the norm anyways.
Yeah.
And when it comes to thinking on your feet and having to adapt and improvise on the fly, Moon really masterful at that, perhaps the best in the world. FoCuS not known so much for that, really. Pressure on the blade, has the heal potion. The Alchemist just going down. Didn't see the heal pot. Oh my god, Moon completely flabbergasted. But he's gonna get the return kill, actually.
And he
All
skills
right.
crit. If he skilled Mirror Image there, he had the mana for it. He could have just gotten away with Mirror Image. A mistake from FoCuS. He really seems resistant to going Mirror Image on level 2, but it's so good for so many reasons. And it just dies because of that. Not only that, it would have gotten rid of the dust as well. So many reasons. Acid Bomb would have been gone. Yeah, mistake from FoCuS. And I wouldn't want to say that Alchemist loss was a mistake from Moon. I just feel like the whole game has kind of been a mistake from Moon. Like, this is honestly his fault why we're in such a weird game right now. He wanted this. He put the AP down. He didn't expand. This is the game that Moon wanted, and look how it's playing out for him. It looks like he's struggling.
Yeah, coming back to the AP, he killed 2 grunts. It's such a huge deal.
Yeah.
Why did he not expand? I have to echo what you're saying. Like, was he thinking the blade was across the map? He would have canceled it anyways. I mean, gotta give the devil his due. The blade was across the map, but
True.
you know, it's a good thing about a Tree of Life. You can put it in many places. Maybe you could have put it at the red camp, Carson. Who knows?
Haven't actually seen that one before. Alchemist very close to level 3. That'd be a massive upgrade with the greater mana. Ooh, Moon getting caught out of position. There's the level 3. Fighting without a blade. But honestly, the blade isn't really the big carry all the time in this matchup. It's normally the snakes that are the carry and the purge, and 2 Huntresses are almost about to fall. He needs to be a little bit conservative with his mana because he was about to get quadruple detonated on. And that would have mean not a ton more purges, so he needs to save them for the entangles perhaps. But yeah, Moon being very aggressive because he needs to buy time for his expansion that's still within cancel range, or actually not quite any longer. Oh, Staff Force, no Hex available, so the Keeper will get out. But the healing is becoming an issue for Moon.
Pushing forward his focus. It's not about the mana right here. When the shadow is dry, which is the case now, it's going to be hard to hold. Alchemist still has some juice left in him. A bit more heal spray, and it's nighttime now. We have Moon Juice regen, crucially important. Peon's moving over to the natural. FoCuS's macro slipping a bit. He could have set up this expansion a long time ago. 600 gold for him.
Heal Scroll could be purchased. Double Heal Scroll even. One is crucially needed. He's going to be able to use it in a second. Really nicely done there. Saves 3 grunts for the time being. Alchemist being focused yet again, and there's no way out if it does get out of position. No stakes on the ground, though. This is where FoCuS has to get out. He already burns both heal scrolls, but he's out of mana. He's only got 1 more snake.
Dude, this was such a pivotal moment. He was an inch away from locking in that surround against the Alchemist. He would have died in that case. If that Alchemist falls, the game is perhaps over, but Moon holds on.
Oh, still.
Purge, speed scrolls around. He's got the invuln. Maybe he can hold it, though.
Yeah, I think he's going to hold the door here. Yeah, the blade replaces.
Nice counter block again.
Yeah,
nice.
really, really well done. And this is, the staff is 17 seconds. No way to save the Alchemist. There could be 1 heal spray, but that's going to be it. And FoCuS is going to finally secure this kill. But still, like you mentioned, no counter expansion. The peons are even out of position at the meantime. He was not thinking at all about expanding. He was only thinking about micro. And yes, the micro helped him to get a huge advantage here. But if he can't break this expansion, if Moon somehow has a miraculous hold, it's going to be difficult for FoCuS later on.
Finally, FoCuS spending his money. Great game by the Orc so far, but yeah, macro was slipping a bit. But now the tree, or the Great Hall rather, is coming up. And the Wisp was just moved away. Sent to the fountain to cancel the healing. The Grunt there can't get up to full HP, but healthy enough, I guess. And Moon is trying to hold with sticks and stones here. He's got hardly anything.
Yeah, I
Perhaps
love the
Keeper
choice
also
to
is
just
gonna
hero
die.
focus. Yeah, this is such a great choice. Like, you know, why give Moon the opportunity to have a comeback? Just go for the throat, go for the hero, and he's going to get it. Interesting staff, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. 1-0 for FoCuS, honestly dominating Moon there.
The early game was pretty bad, real bad. But just like in the matches against Lawlight, FoCuS just a fighter. He's bringing these games to a situation where he feels comfortable again. And in the fights, feels like he's always making the right decisions.
Yeah, and his micro's always on point as well. And, you know, it's honestly, from the Orc side of things, not the hardest matchup to macro in. You just build Grunts and Shamans, get 0-2 armor upgrades. So it really does come down a lot to the micro and a lot to the blade control and movement on the map. And FoCuS seems to have mastered that. He got a little slipped up on the macro with the counter expansion, but it didn't matter because he won the fight so convincingly. And Moon, like, the AP was great. The 2 grunt kills were great, but it seemed like that was the only plan in his mind, which is so unusual for a player of Moon's caliber. Normally, he has a plan B, C, D, E, F, G. He's got all the plans ready to go. But here it was just plan A, AP, and then what do you do at the 5-minute mark? Apparently, not much.
Yeah, that seemed like the crucial mistake indeed. There's still ways to bring it back. We got, ideally, 4 more maps in this lower bracket final. We also have a couple of new contributions. By Save Orcas, $5. Impy Dude, buying a Back to Warcraft profile picture. Blue buys a W3Champions profile picture. So currently, $6,810.
Really amazing, guys. Thank you once again all so much for your support. You have been tremendous over this weekend. And also last weekend, I guess. We are getting closer and closer to come here to the culmination. Who's going to be our champion? Who's going to meet Foggy? Moon has been playing pretty well so far this tournament. Carson was having high hopes for him.
Yep.
The 5th race, the legend. But he's making a few mistakes here and there. A weird couple of strategic choices. And he needs to improve a bit here to have a chance at the final.
And we got a lobby bug, so we need to recreate this. No problem. We'll be done in a second.
Yeah, this is the easy bug to fix. No need for a restart or anything. Just need for a slight rehost. This is as far as issues go, this is the smallest we could possibly have, which is excellent.
And we like excellence. That's why we're loving to watch these players on this server. Double excellence right there. And we will be back on the map in just a second, but that gives us the time to once again plug the W3Champions team, because what they do is absolutely amazing, and you can help them becoming even more amazing than they already are. Join the Discord. They always have an open ear. They're very, very responsive. If you have an issue with the program, feel free to reach out to them. The Discord is the #1 place for that. And if you want to contribute to the team, then you can do that as well, either as a moderator to do report reviews and, silencing and banning people. Isn't that a tempting position? Or as a developer for JavaScript, .NET, jQuery, and Rust, either for the tech stack, the UI, or for the server structure. The guys have been grinding so hard, so would be nice if we could put the workload on more shoulders. And with that, lots of pressure on these fine shoulders on the right-hand side. Moon, best night elf in the world according to the today updated ELO ranking, the only player in Warcraft 3 history to crack $700,000 prize money earnings, but he's trailing 0-4 in maps today. Unheard of. Guys, have fun with map 2.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's worth mentioning, like, the first 2 games from Moon against Foggy on the day were, Foggy played just slightly better, I think, in both those games to take the W. Moon played extremely well. But then last Refuge, and then last map, Concealed Hill, it seems like Moon was slipping up, so maybe he's steadily, getting a little bit worse over the day, the longer it goes. So hopefully, for Moon's sake, for all of our sakes, for this series, we can see Moon pick it up a little bit on Echo Isles. I do think this is unfortunately a pretty good orc map overall in this matchup, so we'll see how it works out, but there's always tricks up your sleeve if you're Moon here.
Yeah, definitely agree. This is I would say a great orc map. Blade Master can really put the thumb on the Night Elf. Ideally, you want to prevent Keeper creeping from as much as you can. This is a small map. It's easy to spot the Night Elf. It's very predictable where he can creep. Until he has 2 hunts. Before that, there's hardly anything he can creep. It's only the greens outside his main. And the Murlocs. Even going for the natural is too risky to do it safely. Because Blade Master should be on your tail if you respect your opponent, which certainly he is supposed to. FoCuS looking good here. Map 3, by the way. Carson, have you taken a gander at the maps? Because this is going to be a bit of a surprise. We will get to map 3, of course, and if we get there, you know what's coming?
What's that?
It's going to be Turtle Rock, bro.
Ooh.
Turtle Rock.
Also, I think a good orc map. Possibly a demon hunter. I mean, I think it's good for the keeper. I'm really not up to date on how TR works in this matchup. I feel like it's also a good orc map, though, just because of the quickness in which you can creep your shadow hunter to level 3.
This opening, I think, is looking pretty promising for FoCuS already. The ring wasn't the best. There's another ring in the marketplace. That's the Sag. But he's going to pick up the Ogre Magi, and the keeper... He got completely distracted by the peon. He's going Entangle first, though.
Yeah.
Trying to take out this grunt. Oh, this is so important. He needs to get the experience here for level 2. And with the Blade Master so far away, I feel like he should get it. Windwalk, heal salve, trying to run over, but he's not going to be in time to deny the 60 crucial experience.
Yeah, and Moon also could have... I mean, this is the better play he made at the end of the day.
No.
Oh, no way.
The grunt! He can deny himself! Fogging around the trees, behind the tree line, behind the tree line.
Around the corner, Remo, around the corner.
Who's going to start the cult now?
Oh, no. Unfortunate. Like you mentioned, you said how crucial getting the last hit was, and it definitely is. This is going to be difficult for Moon to get level 2, and he's going to have to commit a lot of health into getting it as well, because he's got to tank the green camp. And FoCuS also gets 2 wisps in the meantime, almost getting level 2 himself before the keeper. And how does Moon do this now? He can't creep his Expo with only Entangle. He needs the Huntress there. He needs to just take a green.
We've seen a few small mistakes here by Moon. Of course, he's still a great player, and Foggy just slightly outplayed him, largely. But that was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Not following with the keeper. Like, if you want to play it safe, you use the 3rd Entangle. He could have done it. Look at his mana. He's got tons of mana. But you don't even have to do it. You just have to walk next to him and keep stutter stepping and follow the grunt where he goes. And Moon missing that one. That is... I'm sorry for sounding harsh, but that's a bit of an amateur mistake.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Another grunt caught out of position and could be killed, just like the last with double Entangle. Could also be denied, though, with the other grunt. I would be amazed to see FoCuS not get the deny on this grunt with the other one. And the Blade Master gets Dust, is going to chase an Archer down. Huntresses meet up here. And yeah, this will be another grunt falling. Actually, FoCuS a little bit afraid maybe he didn't check the mana. Oh, yeah, of course, he would have got level 2 if he didn't deny it, then lose the other grunt. Makes total sense he didn't go for that deny. Shadowhunter out. And FoCuS down 2 grunts, and the expansion this time is coming up. This is a very good timing for the Expo, because the Archer knows where the Blade is. The Archer also knows how much mana the Blade has, and he's being aggressive at the same time. So this Expo timing is picture perfect.
FoCuS really had a craving for that Archer, chasing her for so long. He had the staff. He could have staffed back and denied the grunt.
Yeah.
But he decided to let it go to get the Archer, which... Not sure if that was the right call, but fair enough. Shop has fallen. No heal salves at the moment, but he's got some left, so this is not the most expensive loss. Expansion is certainly not super fast for Moon. We're stabilizing into the mid-game. No perfect game for either of the two. Hard to tell who's in front here. But yeah, having lost those 2 grunts especially makes creeping now for the Shadow not too easy.
Yeah, and also the downside of the not being able to buy fresh salves is you normally want to have some salves. Like, the perfect situation for your Blade is to have mana, staff off cooldown, and at least 2 salves when your Blade goes aggro like this. So then, for that, you of course don't want to pass this set of salves he has on his Blade to the Shadow, so you'd prefer to pick up some new ones. Because of this, FoCuS has to go for the greens right away, wait for the shop to be done, and then he can finally go for the Mercenary camp that he otherwise would have gone for probably right away with wards. Oh, Blade finds the Expo, is going to put the creeps on it, but I doubt this is going to work. Moon can probably deal with this trickery, no problems.
Keeper gonna selflessly take the heat from the creeps, and the tree will come up. But again, this Tree of Life isn't really fast. FoCuS could absolutely counter-expand. There's a window for this. But first it's about leveling. He wants to have at least 4 grunts out, a couple of shaman, ideally get Shadow 3, then he's gonna feel strong, and then he's gonna think about counter-expanding.
Yeah, 2 grunts were lost last game as well, and we saw how well FoCuS was able to fight, even with his Shadowhunter creeping being very much delayed, way more than it is this game. This has been super efficient, about as efficient as it could be. And like I said, he can just go to the Merc camp right now. He can get Berserker if he wants, and then he can go to his Expo, creep that, get level 3. His Blade can grab a heal scroll if he wants to. This is all lining up really well for a counter expansion behind a level 3 Shadowhunter push for FoCuS.
So far, so swimmingly. Blade was at the shop at daytime. Upon which moment, at 7 minutes 20, heal scrolls become available. The first heal scroll is a big deal, but again, FoCuS kind of broke because of the grunts that he lost earlier. No invul, no heal scroll yet. Just powering up, muscling up, getting as strong as he can be. Periapt. An average drop. Not too bad for the Blade. Especially with the ring. He's going to be quite tanky and will be taking some chip damage. This is going to be valuable. Moon now finally planting that Tree of Life. If we take stock right now in this game, who's it looking good for? What's the issues? Who's ahead?
I think it's looking excellent for FoCuS, honestly. He doesn't even really need to counter expand. He's going to have Shadow level 3. He can go grab that heal scroll you mentioned. Once he has the gold for it, he can even sell a couple items if he really needs to. He could sell that dust, maybe even the staff is nice to keep. But Moon is making up for this by possibly going for a counterattack. The only issue is he's got 4 Huntresses, and 2 of them are low, below half HP right now. So even if Moon goes for a counterattack, he's not going to be able to do much. And the burrows are already being reinforced, Research. This is excellent from FoCuS. He's not prioritizing the armor upgrades. He knows Moon might go for the counterattack instead of defending the Expo. So he just gets reinforced. And yes, his expansion might get canceled, but Moon's is certainly going to be killed.
That upgrade timing is beautiful. Doesn't that just warm your bloodthirsty orcish heart, Carson? Look at that. The reinforced about to finish. Perhaps not in time for the first burrow, but certainly for the rest. Of course, orcs, as always, don't have a TP, so getting back to the main is going to be a bit costly. It's going to take some time. Reinforced is through, though. As mentioned, 1 burrow going to fall. But there's a lot of time for FoCuS, who has the expansion coming up in the meanwhile.
Yeah, difficult to buy a TP, of course, because he's not mining gold right now. The Shadowhunter staff's back. Maybe could have done that a lot earlier, but maybe he feared, of course, Moon just TPing back to the Expo and defending. But now with Shadowhunter being here, he'll be able to defend. But this is a decent amount of gold loss. I think this was the best possible play for Moon. He's re-expanding behind this, too, because there was no way he was defending that Shadowhunter level 3. He would have lost everything right there and then the game. So the counterattack did what it could. At the end of the day, the gold lost was a little over 500. Also the burrow, also a couple peons, and still focuses in mining. So he gets some return. In fact, he gets a full return of investment on that tree for the amount of gold lost that wasn't being mined during this harass.
Moon is looking for an angle. Heroes and hunts sharking around. Where's the weak spot? Where's the soft underbelly? Especially Neo and I. We both got one of those currently. Carson, not so much. He's ripped. Well, shredded more like.
Surround. TP's going to have to be passed. So often FoCuS is just going for the heroes. And that seems to be a great play. TP out. Blade Master being focused a whole lot. Okay, Shadowhunter is there. The Keeper almost falls as well. What the hell? These fights could really go either way at any second. We see how quickly both players' heroes are dying. And Moon has bought enough time for his expansion to not be canceled, but it could still just be pushed again. And FoCuS's Great Hall, of course, not canceled either.
A wonderful Great Hall over here. Almost as beautiful as the Great Hall of Edoras, where Theoden and his valiant ancestors hail from. FoCuS on his way to take a 2-0 lead.
Don't know that name. I don't know. You've read the books, though, haven't you? I heard Neo say in this during this tournament as well. He's read the books. I've only read The Hobbit because I'm stupid and there's too many pages in the other books.
Wait, you haven't heard of? Wait, what do you mean? It's also in the films, though.
Is it? Oh, I'm not. Well, the names are much more obvious when you can read them, though. You know what I mean?
It's true. You know, you can in fact see them with your eyes on the page.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. So, yeah, you questioned me, though, Remo Devo, man. See? Checkmate.
Got him.
All right.
These nuts. All right.
Yeah, that was pretty much the equivalent. Huntress is going around the outside, and then go for the attack.
Dude, look at that witch doctor timing. He knew it was coming.
Wait, where
FoCuS
was it?
amazing.
Oh, super sick. Oh, I see. That's so sick. He's gonna be able to just run right up here. And it's easy to, it seems weird against tier 1 units, but it is easy to lose your main against Huntresses with the extra bounce that they have on tier 2. So you got to be careful. They can run into your base if you're out of position for, let's say, 30 seconds, which is quite easy. Say you're at the shop with your whole army.
The shop!
Another nice kill. This should be one at the Expo. Yeah, one at the Expo is finished now, but you would prefer to have one at each base.
So we call a moral victory, boys. As Moon is trying to buy more time. Expansion about to finish. But I'm going to let you know a little secret, Carson.
Okay.
First of all, never drink more than 3 Sambucas. It's not going to go well. Secondly, 2 base versus 2 base. If the Night Elf is stuck on tier 2 without having a supply lead, it's not a good spot for the Night Elf. We got to be real here.
Absolutely. Yeah, he needs tier 3 or he needs like sort of a miracle in the fight of hero focus because I've been saying it through and through. The Orc heroes are better than the Night Elf heroes in this matchup. It's really normally the economic advantage and the potential for maybe hero focus, the run buys that Moon's doing, getting a little tricky. That's what gives Night Elf the advantage at times when they do win. But in a straight up fight, as FoCuS has proven, he's always dominating. 2 towers in the main base now. He knows Moon wants to get a little lame here, and he's defending it perfectly.
Hopefully Starship is watching this game. He must approve. The lame shall commence. Good little attack here by Moon. Takes out some peons, takes out a tower. He will certainly have to TP out. Looking to do as much damage as he can. And there's no sentry wards down here, actually. No detection. But also no more kills for Moon. Again, buying time, buying time. Alchemist in trouble. May have to use the heal scroll. No, he can hold on to it. Very important.
Yeah, maybe if the Blade had the mana for a Windwalk there, he could have forced that heal scroll. But Moon gets out, trying to check the corpses. Just 2 peons falling there. Was that 4 peon corpses? Were there any Huntresses that died there? I think it was just peons, right? So we seem to be all right for Moon. And he's going to continue the full Lamo mode. Still building Huntresses. 60 supply Huntresses. Is he on 3 Ancient War, by the way? He's pumping 3 Ancient War Hunts. What the hell? That's not too common.
What the doctor ordered, though. The doctor, in fact, seeing the hunters in the north taken out. How much does a doctor cost, by the way? I'm not sure.
180.
Putting you on the spot, bro. Putting you on the spot.
I think 180.
Really?
180, 200, or 20 rather. 180, 20.
It's really expensive. Shaman now only 130.
Yeah.
It's really 180.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Could absolutely be wrong.
We need a witch doctor buff, boys. It's time.
They're pretty good, man. They're pretty good.
Are they though? I don't know. The sentry wards are certainly really good here to have. The vision and all that. Sentry ward outside the main was destroyed thanks to Sentinel. But the sentry in the main is still standing. Sentry wards last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is completely preposterous.
Oh, Moon is playing the lame so well. He's going to force the TP here. Like, FoCuS kind of has to respect this. There's 2 towers, which are actually very well positioned. But still, the main is exposed. Even if 4 or 5 Huntresses go down, killing the Stronghold is quite easy, regardless. FoCuS is going for the counterattack. He might be able to kill the tree.
Wait a minute.
This might prove to be a mistake.
Wait a minute. FoCuS, he doesn't want to lose the game of chicken. Staff him on the blade. That's not going to do anything.
Oh, no.
I guess it tried to dissuade Moon. FoCuS. Is he throwing away his advantage? He very well might be.
Yeah, you cannot underestimate these Huntresses on tier 2 with the 2-0 upgrades, 2-2 upgrades even. You can't underestimate them. They can easily kill the main. It doesn't matter if you have 2 towers, 4 towers. Moon has 70 supply Huntresses. They can easily do this and the Stronghold is dead. Yes, the expansion will go down, but that's the tech. And that can later on be all the tech buildings going down. Barracks being reproduced, but Moon isn't looking to stop hitting and running anytime soon, even when his expansion goes down.
FoCuS TPing now. This also seems to be a bit of a late TP. The repair ain't gonna save you.
Oh my god.
I think. Let's see. Peons still in the burrows. Need to come out. Need to repair. FoCuS! He had the 2-0 in his palm already. But just like the ring of power, you gotta be careful what you hold in your hand.
Oh my god, Moon. So, yes, some Huntresses fell, but obviously focus on no economy and no lumber to even rebuild another Great Hall. And Moon re-expanded before his last expansion even died. So now Moon, the question becomes now, he's going to get all in. There's no question about that. How does he react? Does he just go for the elimination, or does he try to defend? Because that is probably the only way FoCuS can win this game, is if Moon tries to defend and fails.
What a sick comeback by Moon. He is oftentimes the master of these comebacks. It's not over yet, but he fought himself into a good position. FoCuS not quite as quick on his feet this game as Moon was. Let's see. This is the all-in. FoCuS has to win right now if he wants to claim the 2-0.
Yeah, the difficulty, of course, is the heroes. They don't have potion invulnerability. There's no heal scrolls. There is a greater mana, which is going to be huge. But there's nothing to save the heroes late in the fight if Moon goes for the focus on the Blade Master, for instance. The Shamans are being chased down. So far, a decent fight. Nothing is really falling for either player. The first grunt does fall. The Shamans and the Berserkers are doing pretty well in the back. Honestly, they're very well positioned, but Moon has the heal scroll that's helping out a ton. And it seems like Moon might have enough here. Everything's dropping very low. And with FoCuS not having a heal scroll himself, it's going to be one grunt after the next going down in a second.
Where's the heal spray? There it is! Finally, he was holding on to it for a long time. Now Moon seems to be taking this battle. Wasn't quite as nicely organized as FoCuS would have liked it, with a clear front line. It was a little bit discombobulated. Keeper. Purge FoCuS in trouble. As FoCuS indeed is in trouble here. Everything super low HP, got level 3 Shadow, but he's essentially out of mana, and Moon should be able to cruise this one into the harbor.
FoCuS could have skilled Hex on level 5 Shadow there and actually killed the Keeper. That was a possibility. Maybe he didn't think that quickly, though, unfortunately. So he's probably not going to be able to break here, as he said. He's going to try. He's got really good heroes, but the issue becomes Moon. His second base is up again. This is 28 supply against 38, but economy versus none. Hero FoCuS might be the play again, but there's plenty of gold for potions, and he gets 2 mana pots to heal up all these Huntresses in the back.
Moon just has to survive. He's staring at that mana bar of the Shadow Hunter and is asking with some dedication, when are you finally dry? It's basically the case now. Level 3 certain was, of course, lots of damage, but not much army left. FoCuS can't remake anything, gonna tap out GG. And man, that was a sick comeback by Moon, but FoCuS really messing up this late game.
FoCuS, more like FroCuS. Am I right, guys?
Pound it. Well done.
Cool to see that not all games are as one-sided as the first one, and we have ourselves a series here. Moon tying this up with a little bit of a present by FoCuS. You guys were totally right. But that is, it feels like DreamHack Anaheim all over again. FoCuS doing good in the early and in the fights, but Moon just brute forcing bases. Just like that. And if you don't have a base, you don't have gold, and with that you lose the game. Simple as that. Sometimes Warcraft can be so simple.
Yeah. Triple Ancient War Huntresses, attack the main base, why not? But of course, Moon he makes it look easy because he is the best of all time at this playstyle, and at many other playstyles, but this in particular is what he's so good, whether it be with Huntresses, whether it be with Mass Dryads, whether it be with Bears and Zeppelins. He's so good at this avoiding fights, gaining advantages in indirect ways kind of playstyle. And it was a perfect game to showcase it right there. Kills the main base, kills the expansion, TP's out, loses some Huntresses, sure, but 2 base against 0, easy peasy.
It's also speaking in favor of Moon, right? That he's realizing that this is working now, the Mass Hunters, as every other Night Elf is going for a Hunt and Archer composition, then moving into Archer. He says, I can kill this, even if there's 2 towers, I don't really care. I'm going back to like 1.5 years ago, bust out that strategy. He couldn't defeat me then, he can't defeat me now. Boom, 1-1. Really cool to see a little bit of diversity here, and super cool to see how more of you guys are chipping in for this beautiful tournament. Polu Boyarov, $10 donation. Long-time lurker here. Just wanted to say that you guys are awesome. What a sweetheart. And Blue Mitten is back. My man. The carry of yesterday. With another $5, buying a Back to Warcraft profile picture. You deserve that, mate. Or was it yesterday? Was it Friday? I don't know. He donated so much in the past week. Blue Mittens, you're amazing. You're amazing.
PogChamp. A little sip of water, sorry.
God, take a big one. We'll wait for you before we start the game. Yep. Get that in there. Stay hydrated. It's important. Chat, do that as well. Damn.
Yeah, delicious.
Wonderful.
Canadian water.
Is that the best water?
I've heard people argue otherwise, but I would say so. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay. Then now, is Remo frozen? Are you still there, buddy?
Remo Demo.
Oh, yeah, I'm here. No
Cool.
problem.
Good for us. Then we have ourselves another game, and we revisit an old classic, as Remo Demo said. This is a match that is, or was, 12 years ago, my favorite match of all time. FoCuS versus Moon, into the Extreme Masters Chengdu. This very map, double Tinker level 6, 7 Chimeras, all the glory. Let's move on to Turtle Rock.
All right, and this is a very interesting map in today's meta. I really do wonder, you know, if Keeper is good because you can do a lot of evasion creeping. The difficulty with Keeper, of course, is just getting an expansion up and crapped. Even just building it, it's very telegraphed everywhere you can build a Tree of Life on this map. So for that reason, maybe Demon Hunter could almost be good. Talons, I think, are very good in the mid game on this map as well. But you know, if you can get that expansion up and safely constructed without being canceled by the blade, could work out for the Keeper.
Yeah, I must say I'm quite surprised that this map made it through the pool. Some players are still very fond of this map. Happy, who normally only cares about results and about optimizing his practice, hasn't vetoed Turtle Rock in his ladder settings. Is that not amazing, Carson? Because pretty much no tournament has it anymore. That tells me that he likes playing on Turtle Rock quite a bit. Do you like playing on Turtle Rock, Carson? Do you still play it nowadays?
Yeah, I do. I do like it. I do have it vetoed because I just keep the tournament map pool, the standard ESL tournament map pool on veto. But yeah, thinking about FoCuS as well and Happy, when they used to play in Garrett Cup finals all the time, they would always play TR, and FoCuS would always get insane items. You would get like a plus 40 Blade Master with Rune Bracers every single game, and normally win on Turtle Rock. It was absurd. But yeah, they used to play so often here.
Yeah, especially in that matchup. The Shadow Hunter creep route with the red camp right away with instant level 2 and the big item. That is why I always veto this map. I hate this map. It's stupid. There's a sentry ward, which you can do nothing about. But anyways, it is fun to see a bit of a different map here. As you mentioned earlier, Talons were popular on this map for a long time and are still for many elves. But I haven't seen Moon play Talons against Orc in such a long time. Colorful does it. Elegant used to do it. Some other elves. But Moon, really not. He, I think, much more prefers the active style. With Keeper, you can get a lot of stuff done. You can take the initiative. You can steer the game in a way that you want it to go into, which is the very opposite of Talons, where you're just going to be completely without any options and without any map control for the longest time.
Right, yeah, for sure. And it's definitely hard to make plays against a player like FoCuS. At the end of the Talon meta, FoCuS was the one player that was really innovating the base defense on tier 2, with the peons blocking the Quill Beast, denying the staff on the Demon Hunter. So FoCuS is well aware of how to deal with Demon Hunter first as well. And not so much struggling against Keeper either so far, but the Ancient Protector again coming up for Moon. Shades of our first match so far. And we'll see if it gets up. The peon normally scouts quite early, and FoCuS also going to get the Ogre Magi for that permanent ward as well as a nice item. And honestly, even if Moon gets this AP up, the creeping so far has been excellent for FoCuS.
Rune of the Watcher. Oh my god, he's blocked. Are you kidding me? He's trying to click it. This is taking so much time, which means the AP will most certainly come up. On TR, it's extremely easy to scout for these little tower positionings. And it seems like FoCuS maybe knows, but he hasn't actually seen it.
2 more wisps coming across the map. There's a third aggressively placed by the other shop. Now Moon shows his hand. And the burrow is slightly out of position. This means the altar almost certainly will go down. That's going to deny the Shadow Hunter. He should just rebuild the altar right now. We see he's panicking to repair, but he's going to lose a lot of peons in this attempt.
He's going to carve into the lumber once again quite substantially. A FoCuS... the moment is actually looking okay.
If the AP just goes for it right now, if everything just goes for it, I don't think he can save it. But he's turning around. He's going for the blade. Maybe Moon knows better than me. Wait, he's got no mana. Oh my god, Moon finds the opening. It's just dead. Ridiculous.
He died, bruh. Alright, Moon. Now is the time to expand. Oh, the Keeper in the meantime.
Oh my god.
Getting chased by the Scroll Speed, but good blocks, and that's the Grunt falling as well. Ooh, yikers.
Even experience for it as well. Almost level 3. And yes, the Shadowhunter's coming out, but yeah, the question for Moon now is, you're so far ahead. Like you mentioned, do you go for that expansion right now, or do you just pick up an Alchemist and build 3 more APs in his face?
A town is under siege.
No War Mill, so no Demolisher here. Possible. Demolisher great for dealing with APs. And terrible at everything else.
Yep. Burning Oil, though. Always a treat to see. Keeper comes back with full mana. One more kill and he'll get...
Shadow.
Oh, Shadowhunter, no way. This might be
All right,
level
boys,
3 as
let's
well.
go map 4.
Oh my
This
god.
one's done and dusted. GG.
Jesus, Moon. Oh my god, that's more like it.
Who doubted Moon ever? Who was that? I don't remember. Certainly not us. What a demolition. Just nothing but net from Moon. Relatively easy executed. Not scouting this AP is so deadly in this matchup.
Yeah. That was almost like a caricature of what Orc players think Orc versus Night Elf is. Like, he was just, he owned him. He just ran at him, hit an AP, killed both heroes, killed all the grunts with a tangle. Like, that really is, that's what I have nightmares about, is Orc versus Night Elf games going like that. Crazy. Moon played very, very well, and FoCuS, it's hard to say what the mistakes were. Obviously, just not scouting the AP, and then the Blade not having mana and being too aggressive, of course, and going up against the trees, too. So there are a few mistakes from FoCuS in such a short game, to be fair, which is unacceptable against Moon. So, you know, I suppose it wasn't unwinnable just because that AP got up.
Yeah, FoCuS, you got to pull yourself up by the bootstraps. What's going on? You're failing one step after the next. I don't want to ruin your confidence, but you got to play better than this, bro. Otherwise, we're going to have the rematch in the grand final.
He's up against the ropes, that's for sure. One map away from being eliminated, not able to repeat his grand final run of Season 7. Before we go into the deciding map, no break, guys, don't worry. Just shout out to all the subs coming in. Lick the Dead, 2-month resub, keep it up. Iscario with a 5-month resub. Burrow Rush says, good morning. Sky City, 16-month. X-Orc, 5-month. Savage with the 11-month. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your support. Check out backtowarcraft.com/support for links to our Patreon, to the Twitch sub page, to our donation page, to our merch shop, and of course the ref link for CORSAIR, which we all love so freaking much. Just like a good old series between FoCuS and Moon as we go into map number 4. Match points for the GOAT. Can he force a rematch versus Foggy, who was killing him 3-0 earlier? Or can FoCuS strike back and make this a full out best of 5? Last Refuge will tell us.
Oh my god, Remo. We caster cursed it. Is this a curse, really? Because I think it's a blessing for Moon that he's finally opening the door to the new hero choice. This is a Demon Hunter.
The Demon Hunter, indeed, very popular on this map. Has been for some time now.
Yeah.
Is it finally happening? The return to Talons, which Moon basically never plays. The mind game here is beautiful, because FoCuS will be expecting a Keeper and might be caught off guard by this demon, but he sees it early. However, the build is not working out well for FoCuS. Against the Keeper, you want to skip the shop, harass right away with Circlet, slow him down, don't let him creep, and you don't need the shop as Orc against Keeper. But against Demon, you want to pressure him right away, run in with the grunts, they can't get entangled, so there's no danger, and then use the heal salve to really trade efficiently. And this is another reason why the Demon Hunter is so strong on this map, because most Orcs, almost all of them, will skip the shop for that reason. And now, without heal salves, it's going to be a lot harder to apply that pressure.
Yeah, worth mentioning, if this Demon Hunter gets level 3 before the Shadowhunter is out, what tends to happen is the Demon Hunter just sort of runs at the Shadowhunter while the second hero for Moon creeps up, whether that be a Beastmaster or a Keeper or something like that. Panda even sometimes. He just runs at the Shadowhunter, and with level 2 mana burn, you can't get anything done with the Shadow, so it's crucial for FoCuS to stop this Demon from getting level 3. Level 2 is acceptable, but level 3, at least early in the game, cannot happen.
That was a close affair there as well. The Blade Master just 1 second too late to steal the last hit, which would have been enormous.
Forces are under attack.
But doesn't get it, and since he doesn't have heal salves, he's really limited in what he can do. He can't really creep the Magi, which he was thinking about for just a second because he can't heal up. With the Wand of Illusion, maybe you can get tricky, but he's just going to use it right now to scout. And the Ancient of War could be bothered by these creeps, actually.
Yeah, that's rough. That's obviously where Moon would like to creep next after pressuring the Blade off, after getting rid of all the Blade's mana for potential Windwalks. Don't think it'll fall, but it will be a little bit annoying for Moon to reposition that later. I wonder if Moon will go for Boots and Staff here. No, just the Dust for now. And a Staff as well. And there's also the question, whereas, like, in the past, players would always go for the Tier 2 cancel on the Bestiary, and in the past, the Spirit Lodge that had the Walkers at it. But nowadays, does he go for the Tier 2 cancels? Does he just creep instead? I wonder how Moon plays it.
Ooh, big moment. FoCuS, super dangerous. Ultra greedy. Taking away the Mercamp. Orcs during nighttime oftentimes like to be sneaky with weird creeps. But this is so daring, not even Moon is thinking about it. He's looking everywhere. Where is he? What's he doing? Where is he creeping? He's leveling up. I'm not creeping. This way you start to get paranoid during the first nighttime. I'm falling behind. I'm falling behind. Now he sees it. Oh, Grunt is going to go down, but the Blade gets the item. And that was worth it, I would say.
Yeah, nice amount of experience. I think weird to use the illusions on the Grunts. If he did it on the Blade, he would have had more tankiness there. Ooh, 5 gifters from Stone Garden. Thanks for that, brother. Appreciate you. Okay, Archers going for the block of the Berserker. Is there dust? There's no dust on the Blade, or else this could actually just be 2 dead Archers right now. For now, it's going to be only Moon getting kills. Oh, block. Not quite.
Thank you very much, Stone Garden, for the 5 gifted. Much appreciated. That's a German word, actually, Garden. Carson, do you know what it means?
Garden?
It does. Very good.
Oh, nice. I did it. Wow. For once.
Pretty impressive, I gotta say. Woo! Carson, he's the man with the knowledge and the mustache. If we don't reach 9,999, then the mustache is gone.
True. Okay, Tauren Totem, Bestiary, and Tauren Chieftain as well. So going for the hard counter to what is expected to be Talons, and we know, of course, it will be Talons with the Beastmaster and the winds coming up. I like seeing Talon play. I mean, in the past, it was getting maybe a little stale, and to play against it was getting a little stale, but nowadays, both to play against it and to watch it, I enjoy seeing it every once in a while. It's fun. It's a good change of pace.
Yeah, it's the last Refuge specialty. As mentioned before, with the shop opening, it's pretty favorable for the Demon Hunter. And also, importantly, the Keeper, or rather, not the Keeper, the Beastmaster can creep pretty easily with so many small green camps. Once the tier 2 units come out for the Orc, the Night Elf is going to be losing map control. Oh, that Berserker is a huge deal! Goes down, but denied. And that is relevant.
And nice deny. Even nicer block from the Quill Beast. TC has shown Aura, so Moon doesn't have to be afraid of, say, Stomp first, which can sometimes catch Demon Hunter harassed off guard. The crit! Oh my god, if that was a crit right there, that would have been a dead Hunter. But the Demon Hunter TPs away. The Beastmaster tried to actually get out of range, but he's the only one that TPs.
Staff back in. It's looking like a Sonic game. It's just going davai.
The
Here
Blade's
we
just
go.
dead. Oh, with the ensnare, or else no way
ensnare!
Moon messes that up.
No! Dude, the trappers. They want to see map 5.
Yeah, that could have been the game right there. There's no way Moon messes up that block. He would have gotten the Blade kill there. Unless a miracle happened, and that was the miracle. That was truly from the heavens, that ensnare.
Some healing cancel, but we got more salves. Oh, misclick, speed scroll. Whoops! That's a rare commodity. That one's out.
See, it's the new meta. Use speed scroll just to creep quicker. A couple of seconds, you know? It's like leaving your TC with Aura next to your lumber peons all game. Just so you can mine lumber more efficiently.
The classic creep efficiency gameplay into not creeping at all, actually. Okay, here we go.
True. Eventually gets it done, you know?
Get her done! Demon Hunter needs that level 3 though. He's kind of been slowed down this game. Last Refuge, as we mentioned now for the 5th time, really good for talents because you can creep safely outside your main. Before you have Master Training, there's not too much you can do, but on this map with Ancient of War, you can creep very reliably. You can get the shop and lab and Merc Camp, normally. Plus green camps in the bottom right, top left, if you will, as well. FoCuS needs to find some damage right now. Wants to find some kills with Ensnare, but Moon's out. He says, see ya.
Yeah,
And
this
game is
is
looking
the
better
classic
and better.
timing. This is the Lin timing. This is what every orc was doing before this fell out of favor. Regardless of the TC level, when your first walker, first raider is done with Ensnare, you run at the elf right before master finishes. We see it's about 50% done. And you try to kill the shop, kill a couple of talons if you can, but Moon is aware of this timing and is not going to lose any talons. Generally, how the orc can get an advantage here is if the night elf goes out of position and loses talons before they have a lot of mana or cyclone. But FoCuS not able to do anything with that timing other than kill the Ancient of War.
Peons are joining, not for towers, but just to share the love through a link of spirit. Oh, FoCuS is in trouble. Seems to be in real trouble, man.
3-2, and he gets claws plus 12. That's going to help. He can always, pop that potion of vulnerability, get 7 seconds of attacks on the Demon Hunter. Tends to be a good way to do it. Just keep your blade on the Demon Hunter the entire fight if you can, and eventually that's how the orc can win the fight. If they get good shockwaves, yes, they can kill the talons, but if not, they can always win indirectly through just damaging the heroes until they're all so low that there's no way Moon will have enough consumables to keep them all alive. No reinforced defenses. The classic, Moon could just crow form in, kill every burrow. That would be an overcommitment, but there is no town portal, so it could still be a lot of burrows going down.
50 supply on both sides. Moon looking really dangerous right now. He's got some good items. And just holding this push is going to be a tough challenge for FoCuS. Moon on his way to the grand final for the rematch against Harry Potter.
And patience is key here for FoCuS. He's got to try to get some damage on the heroes, try to get some shockwaves on the talons before ideally he directly engages in, but the shop is kind of forcing him to directly engage in. Potion of vulnerability, yeah, that's a nice play from FoCuS. He finds an opening and he's got to force at least the first consumable. He needs to get these consumables out of Moon's hands. That's the only way he can win this fight. Really nice micro so far, but Moon is kiting back and he's getting some serious damage, especially on the grunts now.
Talons find their way, or rather, the Raiders find their way towards the Talons. But they are going down, the Grunts are going down. Grunts, of course, in this late game, close to useless. And Moon easily able to just completely smash this fight.
Yeah, no potion of vulnerability available either, so not even another hero focus attempt can be tried. Greater heal used. Blademaster, though, surrounded, and that might seal the deal. Moon might take it 3-1. Seems like FoCuS just had no answer this game. And after that Grunt loss, maybe after the Berserker loss, after that Blade almost went down, I think the only way for FoCuS now is hero focus, but how do you do it without a Blade?
Seems to be pretty desperate. We've been seeing that a bit lately. Talons on this map so strong. I gotta say, shouldn't Orc veto this map nowadays? I feel like that has to be the next step. As Moon is cruising now to the final. FoCuS gonna tap out. GG! Foggy against Moon will be our grand final.
Oh man, what a heartbreaking series for FoCuS. Taking map 1 so convincingly, dominating the first 3/4 of map 2, then making 2 crucial mistakes, losing map 2, and then Moon with the snowball turning into an avalanche. And winning 3 maps in a row, man. Crazy.
Yeah, honestly, LR was even more one-sided than TR. It was just a longer game. There was really, at no point was Moon in serious trouble. He almost lost his Demon Hunter, to be fair. But he TPs out, staffs back in. Really, really aggressive. It seems like Moon is, like Remo mentioned the Sonic reference, he has played very aggressively against Orc today.
Yeah.
And it seems to work. A lot of Night Elf players play a little bit more defensive, trying to play the long macro game with the quick expansion, but Moon just runs at his opponent and it works.
Yeah, FoCuS not the dominant force. Also curious to see how he was never playing FoCuS, not once. Maybe to the maps or something, but usually he's an avid fan of playing Blademaster versus Night Elf. Maybe saving strats for, the DreamHack final. But yeah, we're gonna get the rematch of Master vs. Apprentice. Foggy meeting his master once again, who he quite dominated, especially on map 3. Was a 3-0. Foggy has yet to drop a map, but Moon aiming for revenge. In his very, very first W3Champions appearance, Moon, can he take the championship? Can he win AWL and W3C back to back? Or will the title go to Foggy? It would be quite a momentum boost for him. Going into DreamHack, of course. But yeah, we are here to celebrate the beauty that is W3Champions, and these guys have built something outstanding. When Blizzard let us down and took our profiles away, our ladder away, took everything away, they built what was missing and even more. The best server in the history of Warcraft 3 has everything that you expected from Refuge, profiles, rankings, leagues, ladders, not only for Melee, but also custom games like Footman Frenzy, Legion TD, the newly developed map Frostcraft. It's all there. All you have to do is go to W3Champions.com, click on that Join the Battle button, Join the Battlefield Now button, excuse me. Install the client, and that's pretty much it. Run it next to Battle.net and you have a great experience playing Warcraft 3. We got leagues for everybody. Don't be shy if you're just starting or returning to the game after 15 years of absence. We got leagues from Grass League for the for you guys, then up to the Grandmasters for the guys like the Moon, Foggy, FoCuS guys. And what else? You can zoom out, you can do the hotkeys in the W3Champions launcher. They got so many features, man, it takes minutes to count them all. And they are a community-driven project, so they are a little bit relying on your support, and you can support them financially if you want to. On their homepage, W3Champions.com, on the right-hand side, join the Discord, tell them how awesome of a job they do, spread the love, send a less than 3, share a well done guys, I appreciate you guys. That is super important because what you mostly read is complaints about spikes or something, which is oftentimes, most of the times, in 99% of the cases, is the error in front of the screen and not on the server side. Click on Twitter to follow them there to never miss news about W3Champions. And if you want to support them, you can do that via Patreon. I think up from €2 up to 50. Then you can pick your own profile picture if you want to. One-time donations possible via PayPal. They're also into crypto with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. And if you're from China, you can contribute via Alipay and WeChat, which would be great because the Chinese servers are a tad bit more expensive than the others. And speaking of servers, we got 25 of those. Yep, 25 servers. You heard it here. You heard it right. They cost a bit, so it's quite expensive to run this. There's no company backing this, so we are relying on your contributions, and it would be great if the project can at least make even maybe buy a beer or a pizza for these amazing developers that bring you all these wonderful features, all this wonderful hosting. They created a global ladder that lets you reconnect and zoom in and out, track your stats, put you in leagues, etc, etc. Big shout out to the W3Champions team. We take a little break, then we'll probably rave a bit more about the server and a few other community projects, as we like to give the Lowerbracket finalist a little bit of a break. And then it's time for the grand final, which is a rematch of the winner bracket final in Foggy versus Moon. Be right back.